It is hella late, but we have to catch up a bit on Shigurui, man. I've been leaving it to the side for some time now. Gotta follow up, gotta follow up. Okay, last time we were here, it was all about these guys' relationship. We got a bit, I think the other one was about these guys' relationship, but this time it's these guys' relationship. How our boy here, Mr. Perfect Samurai, after losing his arm, after going through the surgery, by the way, they had to pull the meat. Had to pull that shit like a like an uncircumcised fella, and just pull that meat out, so and so they could cut the bone, cut that bone, and there you go, so that they could wrap it around like a meat socket, like some sort of. It feels like it's cooking. Feels like it's a cooking show. No, but seriously, they had to wrap it up, and there you go. And we got our girl here saying she hates it. She hates it. I gotta say, I'm not in the same mindset as I normally am when reading Shigiryu, because it's been a long time, and I have a hard time getting into it now. But anyway, here we are, Mr. Sagan Irako. He's the cover page this time. Are you telling me this is the 11th? No way. This is chapter number 11. No, 11, not chapter 11. Oh. Volume 11. And we learned how he actually got his feet cut up. I actually thought he got wounded during the fights, and in that manner, you know, he he adapted to a wound, but it was mostly because he had to use his technique in a position where he couldn't, and so he adapted it. Hara, belly open. The business is out. Decree. And here we have Tadanaga-san, the boy Tadanaga. He's punching our boy Kingyo. Some people are ready to defend their master. Toro! I think this is the dude that harakiried himself. The moment Tadanaga's hand grasped his wakizashi, his Tsukikaro Tori, Tosano Kami stepped forward. This man of the Todoza, granted extraterritorial rights by Shogun Ieyasu himself, was someone that not even Tadanaga could casually punish. According to the secret records of the lords of Suruga, Shizuhata was assaulted by the lord in the middle of detailing the duel that had taken place in Kakegawa. Why did he get mad? Is it because he wasn't there? On this day, in the state of Haramishi, the men of the clan sat before the armor of their ancestors. Here we got the handsome. Whoa! Is the handsome? Why we got somebody's head cut up? I'm trying to at least go through a couple of chapters here. No. It is his daddy. Bro, Yukichio's beheading strike had been masterfully executed, leaving just a strip of flesh connecting the head to the shoulders. Ah, you cannot be serious. I can think of no excuse for what come to pass. Through my misjudgment of the blood duel is a stain on the honor of my clan. It is my mistake and mine alone, and so I offer my deepest apologies. That's crazy. Damn. He is a man of honor. He is a man of honor. Is that why Tadanaga went after Kingyo? The thing is, Tadanaga is not. He's been shown to be some sort of sadist. So the only reason I would see him attacking Kingyo for what happened would be that he wasn't there. But if he has actual respect for some characters around, that changes it a bit. That doesn't redeem it. But it changes my vision of him. Let's say. And this man, he really went through it, man. I humbly request that the demands for seppuku made to Sasakara, Kuronosuke, records of the battle, Moruka Denzaimon, corpse examiner, and others be repelled. Haramishi Bizen no Kami. Damn, he really went for it. The document which reached Lord Asakura Nobumasa detailed Haramichi's desire to take the burden for the march's unsatisfactory aftermath alone. For a Karo to take his own life over a duel between two low-ranking warriors was a completely unprecedented event. That just shows his honor, his respect. It goes beyond the title of the samurai. The stipend of the Iwamoto clan, once been 300 koku, yeah, was reduced to just 2 alumens of 30 bags of rice. No. And the estate was confiscated. This amount barely being enough for 2 people to survive was known as sutebachi, the bare minimum of rice allotted to the elderly, the ill, or the young of a once noble house. Thank you for your many years of service. May you live long life. May you live long and stay healthy. Oh man, she has to fire all the servants that were working in the house. The whole system crumbles. There were no laws deciding the exact amount to be given as retirement payment. Sane, those Sane, and the others shed tears and attempted to refuse. Oh, she only bowed her head and repeated her words of thanks. Damn, they tried to refuse. He's practicing harakiri. You can't, my boy, you cannot. The last night, though So Genosuke and Mie laid in the same room. They did not touch one another with so much as a single finger. Only the place where his wound had been sewn shut, throbbed with heat. Huh? See what you mean there? The fated day arrived. So he was practicing harakiri right there. Even Mia got her little wakazashi on the side. Kanei, 50 year, early morning of November 3rd. I am an envoy of the domain of Saruga. Mabuchi Gyobunosuke. Man, these names are a struggle on their own. The fief of Suruga was one which encompassed Kakegawa. May I inquire as to what brings you here? Finish the matter with Irakosei Gentono. Never in the annals of history was there ever been a vengeance match in which both parties survived. This will remain and fester in both of your parts. We raise no issue with this outcome. Do you mean to tell me that Nobi's unrivaled Kogan Ryu is afraid? No, that's not what he meant. He is a natural born genius. I cannot compare. No way! Did my boy really say this? He is a natural born genius I cannot compare. The outcome was decided. Ooh, she's doing worse. She is not going for her guts, she was going for her neck. So is this Harakiri or is this another one, a special one? Because it's open stomach, then open vertically. Crisscross Kiri. To ye of the house of Hiwamoto I command. There shall be a rematch with Irakosei Gentono. This is a direct decree. Oh my god. They thought it was just a this and that. They thought it was a this and that. They thought it was optional. But he let them know that this ain't optional, sir. And I'm thinking it's Tadanaga because he didn't assist it. And he cannot stand to have missed such a bloodbath. This decree, an order from one's lord, was something which no samurai could even think of disobeying. Though the Yamato clan swore fealty to the lord of Kakegawa, Asakura Nobumasa, this order, however, had been issued by those who stood at the pinnacle of warrior society, the house of Tokugawa. Yes, Tokugawa Tadanaga. And he feels it. He feels the throb and pain and blood spurting out. And I don't know why he went with the he's a genius I cannot compare when literally in the fight he almost had a win against him. But had to hold back because there were judges in the way. And if he went for that strike, he would also kill the judges. And he missed that strike. But anyway, he is a man. That's the type of dude he is. He just accepts it and goes forward. It's all part of it. Luck, circumstance, it's all part of it. Kanei, first year. The Funaki brothers of Nisaka were found dead. The skin of their faces gone. This was by Irako and our boy. Man, I think I forgot the way to say his name. Oh, that's a woman. Only one successor was left to the Funaki dojo. Damn, my boy lost his whole jaw. The third child, Chika, was... Yo, are you kidding me? We got a female warrior. she goes for the strike. Damn, she is built different. She possessed the monstrous strength which has the gift of the Funaki line, which was the gift of the Funaki line. And like her twin brothers, her skill was also superb. Damn. They fell for her, then fell to her. I said, they fell for her and fell to her. Yeah, she kind of a baddie. I think she's the baddest still since. Koi, she said, come. She went with a grab and a throw. Ooh, disposing. Looks almost like it's from Baki. And she uses her mouth. No way, she uses her mouth. So she puts him out of balance and falling forward. Meanwhile, she uses her mouth to hold the sword so that she can use the other hand and gain leverage while entering his center of gravity and lifting him the fuck up with a strike from the palm. Wah! See it here. And we're like, oh, she goes, I yield. And she just puts him down. This lecherous motherfucker. Like, who's next? Who's next? They don't dare to try. Matahashi. Yeah, yes. Kurami Matahashi, a beautiful boy with pale skin. There, your body's wide open. That tickled. And she went for a strike. That boy dead. Perhaps I overdid it. You should rest a while. On that day, Matahashi ended up staying overnight at the Funaki dojo. Oh, she did it on purpose. She knows her short. How pathetic. It's obvious that Chika-sama will despise me now. Oh, beautiful Chika-sama. She is crying. Matahashi. Chika-sama. You're the only one who ever hit me hard. Matahashi. Though she was still a virgin, she had learned from the twin brothers more than enough about the ways of the flesh. Them twin brothers were banging boys, by the way. At that time. Whoa, what's this? What's this imagery? A change. What? What? Okay. Ah, okay, bro. This is wild. Uh, well, she's going through change, so something in Chica's body changed that she could never even have imagined, and that I could have never have imagined, but seems to have happened anyway. I'm gonna have to slide real fast through these pages because that is a bit wild. She she's slinging, she's slanging. You know what I'm saying? She kinda is slanging right now, and she went hard, and I'm like, hard. Chika-sama, you are a man? Um, impudent wrench. And that boy Matahashi got ripped apart. Just with her hands, that grip strength crazy. And I'm talking about the hand grip strength crazy. And made that boy into a skeleton. At the vital moment, a part of the girl's body turned into that of a man. Stop fucking flying, bro. Chica's body returned to its normal state. There was one who watched this event from beneath the floorboards. How is this weirdo? Kutsuki Ganosuke. Ganno is. What is Ganno? I can't remember what Ganno is. This horrifying man was originally the son of a ronin who had collapsed in the street. Ichidensai had taken him in and raised him. Oh shit. Damn. My boy was busted from birth. Pitiful. But Ichidensai seems to be a bit kinder than our boy Kogan. He's struggling to lift that boy. That fool Ganosuke, his head is so big he can't even raise his sword above it. Oh, due to this, due to his strange center of balance, he often tripped easily. Such was Ganosuke's lot. Right in the booty. And they bullying the homeboy. Yup, the look of a toad. What are you doing? Though Chica had let down her guard because she thought of the toad as a being worth less than even an animal. Damn. Inside this man's head, these actions were interpreted as what did what did this guy interpret it as? But Chica is wild, bro. On this night, the toad discovered the maiden's secret. That's that's her being right there. She went string bean. She went from bean to string bean. My body is different from that of other people, but Chika-sama's body too. That means that Chika-sama and I are. No, you are not. Don't do this. Don't, Mr. Toad. He went to grab a mask. Chapter 56 Battle. The princess at the throne and the toad. I guess it's the princess. During the battle of Shizugatake in the 11th year of Tensho, a foot soldier wielding an unremarkable sword this feat of martial prowess, achieved by then young Ichidensai, was transformed into an art in which a sword would cleave through a helmet. Incredible. And became known as Kabutowari, the pride of the Funaki Dojo. Though the only men who learned this incredible technique were Ichidensai's own sons, when both of them were killed, the one to master this art would become Chika's husband. The man would inherit all that Funaki Ichidensai possessed, the rumors said. But I feel like since she is a warrior, she can just be that. Well, let's see. Kanai, fourth year. Damn, is this how they see you? What did you just say? Please allow Genosuke to participate in the test of Kabutowari. Genosuke, why you which takes place on the 5th of May? Then they laugh. Nya, 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 nya. Pathetic thing. He cannot even wield a sword properly, yet he thinks he do enter. To think that a being so foul had feelings for Chikasama, disgusting. Kuwari Juzo. Oh shit, this dude looked like one of the guys from Kogan. They might be siblings. Saida Sonosuke. Master, please enter Genosuke into the trial of Kabutowari. Very well. There is no way. Must accept it. Though even the most nameless Ronin was not barred from attempting Kabutowari, there was one rule that the man who stepped forward be of exceptional skill. Father. What? Alright, bro, they going crazy now. Now it's kinda crazy. She is lifting a horse. That's a whole ass horse. I mean, it didn't turn into a full on PP, you know what I mean? But all that, I guess, testosterone, it's like when you look at really muscly women that do a lot of sport, they got that big bean, you know? And she got that big bean, that big long bean. But in these times, she just doesn't understand. It looks like full on a PP. It's all in the genes, I guess. The burden on her back was Ichiden Sai's favorite horse. Why would you do that? This was her sad protest against the fact that a man she regarded as a lesser creature had been allowed to enter the trial, which would decide her husband. Damn, why she feel like that? Chica, no matter how pathetic or pitiful, every human is fated to have one moment in their lives in which they can change their own destiny. Funagiri is a clan which rose from through sheer martial powers. This dude doesn't have a lower jaw, so this is how he talks. Yeah, but he did come from the bottom, so even though Gadnoski looked like this, my man said, "Come on, Chica, even the lowest of the low." But it will be impossible for Gadnoski to slice through his helmet. The one to achieve it will most likely be Saida. Saida Sosnosuke. It was said that he was the most skilled among the students of Funaki Ryu, and at the last year's test of Kabutowari, this strapping young man had succeeded in cleaving through nearly half of his helmet. Damn, but they ain't skilled like Kogan, man. Or they ain't skilled like Kogan students. If it is to be Saida, Matahashi, look at him, man. He's hella sad now. I mean, he got disfigured too. So Matahashi. Then he stepped back. What's wrong? There's something strange about my body. Surely there's nothing. That was just a dream. See, since that one time, the secret areas of Chica's body had not once been transformed to those of a man. She's a little hyena. 4th year, May 5th. And so the test goes on. First, Fukunaki, failure. Second, Kurakawa. Though these results were only to be expected since helmet was an instrument of war designed to protect against swords and spears, the man who would lead an entire school of martial arts would have to succeed in this audacious test with ease. So he throws it. Ah! That looks complete. He's done it. That's Saida, alright. Saida. Yo, Ganosuke makes me laugh, bro. But did Ganosuke fuck with one of the helmets or not? That's the true question. He did pick up an helmet, but did he go the way of the traitor, or is he about to show off a skill that nobody was expecting from him? The way they portray him by first showcasing him in the shape of a toad is really messed up. But that's how everybody else sees him. That's how she sees him. She sees him as a toad. So this is who they see. They really dehumanize the fuck out of this nigga. This ain't normal, bro. This is the times, and this is how they felt. So yeah, this is Ganosuke to them. So it's really funny that the author actually decides to illustrate him as a fucking toad. Then, just not even in like some sort of mental specific representation. It's just like, oh, the toad is here. Then they just give him his normal shape. Oh man, that's just kind of funny, man. His face painted white, his clothes is hanging awkwardly from his body. You can do it, man. Ugh, what happened? Did what are these traces on his nipples? Motherfuckers vomiting. Is this? Did this guy? Okay, so he pulls out the sword. Kanosuke. When did he become so skilled? Oh, he can feel it. I'm ready for Kabutowari. It it's impossible. The fear that flooded his body upon learning that the small animal he thought harmless possessed a potent poison. Yo, if this nigga, who is in some ways Kogan's rival, even though he is in some ways weaker than Kogan, is afraid of little Ganosuke over here, he is a worthy opponent. Awoke the trait that had been passed down through the line of Funaki. Ooh, the strength. And the cells of his body stirred with monstrous strength. He's about to throw that missile. But I believe in you, gun. Whoa! Never fucking mind. Right on his fucking face. But he's gonna take it as he really didn't want me to win. Type shit. And everybody's gonna laugh. Did you think that the enemy's helmet would come flying to you as you expected on the field of battle? The sight of Ganosuke's bloodied body twitching wretchedly brought to mind. Damn. The toad imagery again. Poor Ganosuke, man. When the scent of chrysanthemums was thick in the air, Chika and Sonosuke were married the first night. Ooh, oh no. Damn. This is how Gannosuke hopes he looks. This ain't no fantasy. It's all about that real shit. Handsome little fella. Scab. Chica. Oh no. A kiss. Shit getting intense. Whoop! She feels it coming and she throws him to the fucking ceiling. Matahashi, the handsome young boy. To think that Chika Dono, so strong on the outside, would fear her first night of intimacy. Is this what this nigga thinks? I guess this guy is kind of a nice guy. No need to hurry. One day when the time is right. Oh, he's a good guy. Oh, I thought he would be like an asshole like Irako. In January of the next year. Oh, fuck. Saida Konos Sonosuke was murdered. Stop lying. Who could possibly done? Who could possibly have done such an incredible thing to a man of Sonosuke's ability? I know who it is. His two legs had been severed below the knee. It was a short man, and his handsome face. Whoa! And at the foot of Mount Fuji, Saida-sama, your nose is too low. Ugh! What kind of hellish training had he endured? Monstrously thick scabs marred his entire back. And all of his nails had been torn off. Yo. Why is his pee-pee? Okay, let's not ask questions. He comes out. Toad. Just in between pages where he has his human form. Toad. Just Toad. Man. Is this how he likes to imagine himself? Chika-sama. Gannosuke too has become handsome. You have not, my good friend. Is he trying to like put their faces on his face? Inside the toad's mind, a unique system of belief was beginning to form. Yeah, the Lulu, my nigga. Sosnake-sama. Sunosuke-sama. Sunosuke-sama. Not once did we consummate our union, and already have you left my side. But are you looking at her neck? That year, an unprecedented 6 men gave their names to the text of Kabutombari. Yeah. Every helmet had been sliced in twain before the day of Kabutowari. It's that guy. As a true battlefield, he took advantage of our complacence. The characters had been written in human waste. Okay, Gannosuke, why'd you have to do that now? Kane, 5th year. As a woman in full armor looked on, 6 men who had donated their own helmets stepped forward. Wonk, as one by one bowed their heads in failure. Kurakawa Kizaemon, who last year had only managed a slight cut, raised his sword. Oh, he's trying it again. Ooh, seems like he cut it completely. Or is that a fake out? Well done, Kizaemon. Most excellent. This nigga, whore. Chikadono. So he lays, imagining Chikadono. Oh, he went for it in the middle of the night. The toad, bro, the toad. Had I have succeeded at Kabutowari, Chikadono and I are man and wife in all but name. Nobody will think it's strange if I visit her tonight. Damn, this nigga was whore, bruh. He is pooping, bro. His fighting style is the nasty Ryu. Kurakawa-sama, your bent legs are so unsightly. Your nose is too low. You are not fated to be with Chika-sama. Don't underestimate this guy. He holds his breath, about to make an explosive strike. You don't know what's coming. He's trying to go for it. This nigga rolls on his head, slashes both of his legs. Twist. It's not finished. Using his enormous head as a fulcrum, he sprang upward with his neck and back muscles, an unimaginable technique. Oh, but the cut is not even clean, bro. The cut is all rugged. This nigga's screaming, bro. He was about to get lucky, but not tonight. Who could have devised a counter against this technique, one which was not made for human use? Did you see my Gamma Kempo? Gamma, literally toad sword technique. Great Serpent. Chapter 58. When the Lord of Surga, Tokugawa Tadanaga, went on a pilgrimage to Mount Kuno, resting place of Shogun Ieyasu. In the center of the stone stairs leading up to the mountain, an incredibly large serpent was found, its great coils looping over one another. The young lord found his way blocked. His servants stood transfixed, unable to move as though bound by iron chains. No mistake or fault could be allowed in front of the Lord. Yet to kill a living thing on the sacred ground where Ieyasu-sama himself lay slumbering was equally unthinkable. That was fast, right in between them. That looked like young boy that was killed by Irako Sagan. From the back of the line, a young man stepped forward. A bodyguard named Sasahara Shuzaburo. Stabbed his tongue and got him. His spear flashed, impaled impaling the flickering tongue. Bro, I thought it'd say fuckering tongue. It's flickering tongue. And without shedding a single drop of blood, the great snake was defeated. The name of Sahara, tongue-severing spear, was made at this moment. And as for the snake which had guarded Ieyasu's grave, it met its end, bludgeoned savagely to death at Tadanaga's orders. Bro, Tadanaga is wild. This boy cracking an egg with his tongue, looking like a serpent. I guess now we're looking into characters that sort of have these animalistic traits, these animalistic looks to them. I feel like that's what we are diving into, from Ganosuke to. I mean, we got a bit of doubt with the other characters, but these guys physically really have this feel of literal animals. And this guy, literally the one of the snake. The tongue, the teeth, the eyes, the shape of the head, and even his little kimono here with the signs. Sasahara Gonpanchiro Shuhuza Buro's cousin, so he's the cousin of the little boy, had also been close friends with Funaki Hyoma and Kazuma. Gonpanchiro, what has brought you here? I think that is clear. This nigga is looking intensely. Yeah, this nigga need to go to the jail for the homeboys. Gonpanchiro's otherworldly sense of smell, piercing past the veil of Chica's skin, easily discerned that she had not yet to know the pleasures of the flesh. Please give Chikadono to me. Sama, that you would say such a thing. After what happened, right? I have heard everything. Will you do it, Gonpanchiro? The culprit, obviously a man skilled in the extreme, in the ways of the sword. As a sword reaches the bottom of its arc, it loses its force. That is, if it were to be directed against a man who targeted the legs while lying prone on the ground. At this sight, the maiden saw flashes of a certain person, superimposed on Gonpanchiro. Yup, that's that boy, alright. Kutsuki Ganosuke. So he throws the kabuto. There was something that had to be done in order to marry the maiden. And that's the kabuto wari. He threw it. Damn, that shit hit her. She felt that shit. A spear lost none of its lethality against targets coming from below. Like wildfire, news of Chika and Gonpanchiro's engagement spread through Suruga, directing his retainer Wakato Sasuke to bear his spear. Sasahara Gonpanchiro readied himself for an attack which could come at any moment. That boy ready. But you, this nigga's unconventional, man. He is literally animalistic in his ways. So he pisses. I'm sure this is piss. I'm 1000% sure this is piss. He turns around, staggered by the dizzying foul stench. Companchiro covered his face, and he uses smell normally. He looks up. Ugh. Ugh. Jumps down, get rid of the enemy's weapon before the battle. And he knew that his weapon was his sense of smell. Kamakempo was a style based on the mindset of war. By biting his own tongue, Companchiro regained his bareness. Okay, this nigga's dedicated. He gets ready. He attacks, goes for his little technique here. Oh my god. The sword does hit, but that's why all the scabs that he was creating, that's what they were for. He strengthened his back to the point where that shit don't go in, so he can just turn around and slice a nigga straight the fuck up, right to the neck. No, even worse, right to the forehead. Gave that nigga surgery. It's a surgical procedure right now. What's in your mind? Well, take a look. Gompachiro's Daito, striking at an awkward angle against the scabs of Gannosuke's spinning body, snapped cleanly into. Damn, Gompachiro doesn't give up though. This nigga is. Ugh, that cut is wild. He goes for him again. Phew. Oh, he threw the sword, cut his leg, and ended him. And wrote in blood, Chika-sama is fated to be one with Gannosuke. If she becomes intimate with any other man, no matter who that man will be found dead with his nose and legs cut off. Yeah, this nigga went crazy. The matter of Kutsuki Gannosuke and the maiden Chika's fate was settled in the 6th year of Kane on September 24th, the day that an unprecedented tournament on that sanctioned the use of live blades was held in the castle of Suruga. No way. So Gannosuke here is about to fight Chika. I mean, the whole tournament part has been backseating through the backstory, and I don't complain because honestly the story is pretty good. But now we're getting other characters that did fight in the tournament, being Chika and Gannosuke, but we never saw the conclusion of the fight of Gennosuke, Fujiki Gennosuke, and Hiroko Seigen. But I guess we just picking up all the fights maybe, and picking up all the backstories of the fights, and then getting to the fights. And this chapter starts with a phrase: everything begins with a loss. Phantom limb. These guys were beautified by Kogan. It's like a criminal's cottage. How pitiful. A man who once lived in a martial estate of 300 koku. If it were me, I would have already slit my belly. Living on with such a shame is not a samurai's way. How the mighty have fallen, unrivaled of Nobu. Village of Awamoto. The people of the village, ignorant of the fact that Suruga itself had forbidden the clan of Iwamoto from taking their own lives, despised Genosuke for daring to live with his shame, and not one of them held out a helping hand. And so the wounded tiger, together with the maiden, lived in a broken down shack, paying exorbitant fees. Damn. As though whetting a blade, Mia wetted Genosuke's flesh in preparation for the day to come. Now they only live for that one moment. This nigga took the same thing where Kogan got killed. Please cut him down. The homeboy gets out. No mommy that puts scared of the man. Did he even practice with his missing hand? Upon entering the abandoned shrine where he had once reached a martial epiphany, Genosuke let a cry of pain escape his lips. Its agony spearing through his left arm was impossible to bear. The part that hurt was not the cut itself, but the arm at the end of it, the wrist, the ends of his fingers. Phantom pain, eh? Parts that did not exist ached, a maddening sense of perturbance. Once he moved his arm into position for the art of Tsukami, as though praying to the necklace Bosatsu. He already feels another arm go for his. He felt it clearly. The hand that did not exist was holding his weapon in check. This phenomenon was known as the phantom limb. Look at that. Somebody came in. It was the Karo's son, Haramichi Yukishio, sorry. Huh. I'm surprised he doesn't hate Genosuke. Has Miyudono not fallen ill? This nigga just horny. You look unwell, Genosuke. As well you should. Why do you still draw breath when my father has slit his stomach? Okay, he is mad at him. This is because you lost to the man of Todoza. Because you lost to the man of Todoza. Forgive me. Lift your head. It seems I cannot find it in myself to forgive you. But he cannot find it in himself to die right now. Oh, he cut his hands. I thought this nigga was just like pretending to want to cut him, but apparently he was serious. Well, look at what happens now. Fingerless and gutless. He cut him clean. You are a fool, Fujiki Genosuke. Father. Guess he's a respectable man after all. He's feeling that phantom link. Within the pool of Yukichiyo's blood, the arm he had lost was clearly there. Genosuke reported everything truthfully to the clan of Haramichi, and Yukichiyo's death was reported to the officials as a result of illness. It would shame the clan to let it be known that the son of Karo had lost to a pathetic failure who had not even the courage who had not even had the courage to take his own life. What happened to these guys? They fucked around too, right? Yeah, Mia's feeling good. Iku and Irakosagen. They're at the beach, looking at the sky through a beautiful panel, honestly. Look at these birds. Like I said, pages like these just make you wanna go. They seem to have some peace. They reached some peace. They say Fujiki Genosuke is living in a shack. Yes. They used to say beautify an opponent and send him home. Their shame only increases my reputation. It is remarkable. I suppose I will never encounter them again. Oh, you tripping. My man, you tripping. You will encounter them again. Hiroko Sagan was welcomed with great hospitality by Tokugawa Tadanaga. His glorious future as a swordsman was assured. The two warriors, serving as escorts, yeah, lady warriors too, had been assigned to Sagan by the domain of Suruga. What is this? But it is Miyadono's misfortune. Oh, Iku doesn't like that. If it hadn't been for you, Iku, I would have been wed to her. I would never have lost the 300 koku stipend. His right arm reflected in the bucket of water looked like the left. This is one method to alleviate the pain of phantom limb. Oh really? Fujiki-sama, tomorrow is the day of your audience at Sumpu. We'll go to the market to buy the necessary items. I will go. It won't do for a samurai to go to the market before departing for a battle. It was not unusual for the maiden to spend half a day at the market. Every day her return was later and later. Oh no, she is working, bro. That means she's working. Practice. Big ass sword. It was not merely to be intimidating. He had to teach his own body a new center of balance to compensate for the loss of his left arm. Indeed, there was a reason for Mia's late return. Yeah, she was selling some. Not a single person in the village would speak to the daughter of the fallen tiger. All the merchants who knew her parentage charged her exorbitant prices. That's crazy. The maiden was forced to walk 3 miles from the village of Awamoto, to mingle with the travelers in the market of Kakegawa. Drive abalone 7 months. Drive abalone, please. That will be 70 months. But the sign says 7 months. I am much obliged to the masters of Koganryu. Oh, he got beautified. They laugh and she ran. Inosuke reheated the rice porridge over and over and awaited the maiden's return. It's late, man. It is late. The roads are not safe at night. But I was having so much fun in town. Damn, her basket was empty. The day of their departure for the audience at Sunpo. Damn, they hungry though. Mia prepared she hosen, but without the abalone because she couldn't. There was no dried abalone. He imagined it and ate it. The tiger was about to be reborn. The state of Okakura, Bokusai. The rise and fall of a man's fortunes certainly do not conform to merit. The world despises the fallen as evil and exalts the prosperous as good. Mr. Leg over here. Rain shower. Heading towards the audience at Sunpu, the warriors' steps were quick. Gennosuke had never before in his life walked alongside a woman. Damn, it was a punishment. It was a punishing pace for the maiden. This nigga don't know how to hold back. And it rains. Who's this? May we enter? Certainly. I too am sheltering from the rain. Meeting at the shrine to Enma by the main road. The warrior and the man who appeared to be a monk did not speak their names. The flesh of one was lacking, while the flesh of the other swelled excessively. Yeah, this nigga got them cauliflower ears, them big ass hands. He a warrior. Where are you going? To Senpu. You must be quite worn out. Use this liniment on your feet. Please don't trouble yourself. This dude is huge. This dude is a strong warrior. I'm pretty sure this guy is going to Sunpu too. His height was easily over 6 feet. Easily. Even before the rain had stopped, the man departed. He knew what was coming. He's another warrior going to Sunpu. While Irako Sagan practices, we are not shown the practices of our boy here. He beat a warrior, one of the warriors, and going for another. Oh, now he can lift the leg. Now that's special. Phew. Wonk. Ah, no, she just scared her. So there is to be an official tournament outside Senpu Castle. The estate of Saegusa Takamaza of Izu, head of Chamberlain of the fief of Suruga. And this was the whole process. Our Lord Tadanaga is greatly impressed with Irako Seigen's swordmanship. There is to be a tournament in the near future. We are recruiting an appropriate opponent for Seigen. Fujiki Gennosuke, your karma appears to be singularly linked to him. I will put an end to it. What a remarkable sense of Bushido. Even after suffering utter defeat, do not slit your belly, but have the audacity to request a rematch. I guess that was sarcastic. I beg your pardon. Fujiki Gennosuke received a direct order from the envoy Mobuchi-sama to hold a rematch against Irako Seigen. I did not. This lying piece of I'm a lying. he lies. This motherfucker lies. But he said he just about to pull that fucking sword. Fujiki. He was about to crash out on him. Literally. If you wish to be matched against Seigen, then show me your skill. Prove that you can fight with just one arm. Elsewhere in the same estate. Yep. I told you he was going to Sunpu Castle. Black hair. Originally, the surname Irako belonged to a family of physicians. Second year of Genma, Edo. The town doctor, Irako Seigen. Oh shit. And the monk behind him. Using acupressure on vital meridians, his treatment had the power to cure even ailments of the internal organs. Although he had been invited to serve as court physician to the daimyo instead, he dedicated himself to his practice in town. At his clinic in Ushigome Enokicho, people seeking treatment thronged and queued according to the annals of the time. A lady spraying some water. I'm back. That is Seigen's mother, but her arms look strong. Welcome home, Sensei. That voice, so alluring. At the time, it was customary for a man practicing medicine to shave his head, but no one found fault with the youth's long hair. Those eyes. They had first met 10 days previously when the youth walked in off the street. The physician, Seigen, immediately hired him as an assistant. Okay, that is Irako Seigen, the dude. That is not Irako Seigen, her mother. But I guess this is the guy that gave him the name, his name. This nigga is swinging the other way. If you know what I mean, if you're catching my drift, if you picking up what I'm dropping. Nigga looking at booty. Where are you going dressed up like that? Where else to see Dr. Seigen? Oh, me too. They all coming to see this Seigen. When the woman of the neighborhood said Dr. Seigen, the one they thought of was the black-haired youth. And why, I'm not gonna lie, he gave him kind of big booties, though, I'm not gonna lie. Although at the time, it was more common for a doctor to make house calls. The clinic was always crowded. Yeah, your lady's gotta chill. How are you feeling? My chest hurts. Give me your hand. Next. My chest. Psych. The elder apprentice, Shunan, could detect blockages in the flow of vital energy merely by looking at a patient. He could see the areas that required treatment. Shining. At the time, a doctor's fee was based merely on the gratitude of his patient, A physician's life was not easy. They say you are the son of a rich Kyoto oil merchant. What exactly do you hope to gain here? Your massage technique is based on the principle of Koshi Jutsu, is it not? Yeah, that's what he used later on with his first fight against Genosuke Fujiki. Koshi Jutsu is the power of life and death. I've heard that you can grant or take life according to your will. If you have a true if you have thorough knowledge of function of pressure points, you can lengthen or shorten a person's lifespan. But you must not seek to master the fatal technique. If you do, you will become a demon. Show me your hand. Pew! Boy passed out immediately, missed all his senses. Surprised? This is the way to kill using Kashijutsu. What? A terrifying skill. Please, more. He sweats. He knows something not right. You shouldn't teach him, master. And he paints the sensible areas. Look at all the farms. So he goes in. Your eyes are so mysterious. When you gaze upon me, I want to give you everything. This nigga, bruh. I have taught you everything I know. All the secret techniques of Koshi Jutsu. Oh, have you really taught me everything you know? Why would I hide anything from you? You will certainly become a good doctor. A doctor? Thank you. No need to thank me. No need to thank me. I just, you. Thanks to you, I can see the pressure points shining. Oh, he is killing you, bruh. Kill that boy. According to the testimony of the witnesses, it was called the love suicide. But the two bodies were never recovered. Without their Dr. Sagan, the women quickly lost their bloom. Shunan left on his own, barely scrapped by practicing medicine in a lonely tenement house. One day, a Ronin visiting Edo from Enshu told him a tale he could not ignore. He said there was a beautiful black-haired samurai in Kakegawa by the name Irako Seigen, who had made a name for himself by killing his master. That bastard stealing Sensei's name. Intending to attack Seigen, Shunan headed towards Sumpu. The giant was determined to bury Seigen, not in revenge for his master. That demon must not be allowed to live. But he himself is a sort of demon. Beefy ass nigga. In order to select an opponent for Irako Seiken, the Chamberlain Saegusa Takamasa was to observe the match between Fujiki Genosuke and Shunan, which I'm not hype about, that suddenly ordered to the castle. By the time he returned home, it was already past 10 o'clock. Awaiting him in the maple room was the envoy Mabuchi Gyobunosuke. How is our lord? The tournament at Sunpu Castle is to be held with real swords. Such was our lord's command, but perhaps he was only speaking metaphorically to encourage the contestants. If not, I can already imagine the bloodshed. Anyway, Mabuchi, what of today's match? I've served. It was with my own eyes. Are you ready, Shunan? I met Fujiki Genosuke on the way here. He is still young. If you wish to take revenge on Seigen, you must be merciless. I will not go easy on him. Fujiki Genosuke, you will now test your might. Prepare yourself. Did you hear me? I told you to prepare yourself. Yes, sir. When Fujiki Genosuke entered the dojo, Shunan bowed to him. Hoshikawa Ikunosuke of Todariu, who had been invited to serve as referee, offered them a pair of wooden swords. This dude knows Seigen. Interesting. I will face him unarmed. Indeed, Shunan needed no weapon. Damn. Ooh, he used his leg. Oh my god, the strike went through his solar plexus. That's the noise it makes. When Genosuke realized Shunan would fight empty-handed, he too put away his wooden sword. Shunan was 3 times his size. As they faced each other, Hochikawa said, "This is an unequal match." He was certain the difference in strength between them was too great. Like a mountain, Shunan took his stance. Fujiki Genosuke stepped forward lightly. Wonk! He used this technique, the flick of the wrist, and knocked this nigga's little jaw off. Mobuchi Gyobinosuke could not see it. Only the discerning eye of one certified in Todariu could perceive Genosuke's strike. Shunan grasped, as if he were drowning. He held the wall. He looked back. He saw it. Mabarushi, it's shining. That boy crying. Are you serious, Shunan? He pissed himself. What the okay, bro. I wasn't expecting Shunan to fucking play like this, bro. No honor. Go home. I have no idea what he saw in Fujiki Genosuke at that moment. And Shunan? Huh? Huh? With one strike? No, the strike was not the cause of death. He must have seen it. Lurking within the processes of every man's soul is a darkness called mumio. The countenance of one who peers into the darkness will be transformed to that of a demon. Damn, bro. I have heard that experts in Kashi Jutsu have clairvoyant powers. Just how much darkness is there in the depths of Fujiki Genosuke's soul? I mean, you guys made him mad. Is Fujiki Genosuke still within the estate? Hachikawa Ikunosuke has taken him in. On the way home, Mabuchi Gyobinosuke met his end in a fall from his horse. That's kind of crazy. I mean, he fucking lied too. Messed his shit up, motherfucker. Anyway, Iku disappearance. Backstreet in the village of Togiya. Iku-sama, Kogan Sensei sends for you. Rinse your mouth. And that was the young Iku. Come in. Take off your clothes. Fujiki Gennosuke had just entered the Kogan Ryu dojo. Even the youngest students in Kogan Ryu were subjected to pitiless training. One student had spit blood and dropped dead in the street on his way to Togiya village. A broken rib had punctured his lung. Iku checked Gennosuke for broken bones. His left hand, which was rubbed raw, she disinfected with alcohol. And she even makes him a meal. Eat. Iku gave the order to ensure he ate his fill. While Gennosuke ate, she mended his clothes. Because Gennosuke spoke so little, people said he lacked feelings. When Iku, the cruel mistress of the suns, walked down the street with Gennosuke on his swollen face, the townspeople turned away scowling. The heir of Kogan Ryu will certainly be you, Gennosuke. Gennosuke blushed from the neck to the tips of his ears. Ah, despite his reticence, there was nothing wrong with him. Iku was certain. Yeah, he just doesn't show it. Iku pays attention. By the time Gennosuke's left hand had become thickly calloused, it's calloused, I think, with calluses. Iku-sama, Kogan-sensei sends for you. The ceremony on the second anniversary of Kogan's wife's death had only just ended. Let us make haste. I must wash myself first. Please wait a moment. At the time, Kogan occasionally slipped into dementia. Those who would meet with him had to prepare themselves. Damn, like Uchimata. Like Iku, she washed. Oh, Gennosuke, why are you looking so hard? Ah, there you go. So he closed his eyes. Even with his eyes closed, Fujiki felt a fragrant warmth, just like feeling the rays of the sun through closed eyes. He know what's up, Sunpu. Fujiki Dono. This close to Sunpu Castle and the Dainagon, Lord Tadanaga, you must not draw your sword for any reason. Pledge of Hasedara. Todaryu Dojo. Oh, he knows that they're gonna meet, that's why. She goes out, and while coming out, she sees Gennosuke. Ikusama. It was an unexpected reunion. However, the left hand that Iku had treated was gone, along with the arm to the shoulder. And the white bag from which Gennosuke had averted his gaze likewise had disappeared. Damn, they really, like, the author really going through the crevices of every relationship that they had or that happened, you know? Because she used to take care of Gennosuke when he was young and everything. Ikudono, Tsukioka-sama, what? Tsukioka was Hoshikawa Izunoku Suke's former name. Ikudono, let me explain. Yeah, the most likely to be trying to kill Iku is not Gennosuke, it's Mie. Huh. Gennosuke, are you drawing your sword? What? He draws his sword. Did Genosuke draw his sword himself, or did the maiden cause him to do it? Stop, please. Ah, damn, he doesn't want to kill people. Why'd you make him draw his sword, man? The dead. Confronted by the swordsman of Nobi's unrivaled Kogan-ryu, Tsukioka Yukinosuke calmly took his stance. This even-tempered and mild-mannered man, even in peacetime, had strained his sword with blood no less than 5 times. Even though he had no wish to kill, he was forced to accede to circumstances. He had left his hometown to escape one who bore a grudge against him and changed his name to Hoshikawa Ikunosuke. He's tough, while Mineuchi Fusatsu be fast enough. Blade flat, no killing. Yeah, that won't be fast enough, you know it. Even facing a disciple of Kogan Ryu, Tsukioka was surely the only one among all the swordsmen in the world more afraid of killing than of being killed. Yeah, we can't have this nigga dying, man. We love Tsukioka, man. Phew. Step back. He missed. Once he had completed the Nagare strike, he could not strike again with the long sword. And he can't be reaching for that other sword. But he let it go. Phew. Oh shit. He did the block. He used the block attack. The one he's used to using. Genosuke threw away his long sword and used his short sword for Nakago Light or Nakago Uke, receiving the inner blade. With a twist of his blade, Tsukioka wrenched the short sword from his hands. Yeah, you're gonna get punched. Oh, but the dagger that Mia had on his neck, the blade pressed on his throat, was Tsukioka's own short sword. Are you Irako Seigen's lucky? Don't be ridiculous. Hiroko-sama was the victor. Why should he go chasing after you? Damn. After an officially authorized vengeance match was concluded, it was forbidden by law to seek further retaliation. Hiroko Seigen Dono asked me to take care of Ikudono, and now the Chamberlain Saigusa-sama has ordered me to look after Fujiki Gennosuke Dono. I had thought this might be the Buddha's way of unraveling the bonds of hatred between you. Yeah, nah. Those two, they look like they have just returned from the dead. Is it true that Irako-sama's opponents for the tournament at Sunpu Castle is to be Fujiki Gennosuke? I'm not sure. But that one-armed swordsman, when he realized his blade was of no use to him, he did not hesitate to discard his sword, which is the soul of a samurai. And when he saw a chance, even grabbed the blade of his opponent. Even with such daring tactics, I could tell that his spirit never wavered. He truly is a monster. Yeah. He dirtied himself. Separated from Tsukioka in the chapel. By the kitchen and 6-mat room, in a guest room facing the garden, the maiden and the swordsman settled in for the night. And they eat. They were eating leftovers they had brought from the Chamberlain's estate. The offering was for the departed Master Iwamoto Kogan. For the daughter and the heir of the samurai with a former stipend of 300 koku, it was a painfully humble evening. where she got the gun? The gun was pointed directly at the maiden. She could see that it was Mia who wanted her dead. The maiden controlled the tiger with a single look. Iku, did you commit adultery with Irako Sagan? I have no idea what you're talking about. Really? I swear. Do you think my eyes are not holes? It was not the maiden's voice, nor was it Fujiki Genosuke's voice. A hoarse groan, as if from beneath the ground. Do you think I'm up? Do you think my eyes are not holes? Hirako Sagan's seductive eyes. How much of you did he see? With his sweet breaths, what did he whisper to you? Bitch, you betrayed me. Did she shoot? She did. The sight that greeted Tsukiyoka as he rushed in, smoke rising from a bullet hole in Fujiki Genosuke's left sleeve, and the maiden applying lipstick. Yeah, she too has become strong and resentful. Meanwhile, at the estate of Okakura Bokusai, below Senpu Castle, my boy Hiroko Sagan two timing right now. Damn, I listen. Hiroko Sagan, the Great Palace. Oh man, I was supposed to stop at 63 actually. I was just trying to do a quick 10 chapters, and I think it's a good time to stop. I wouldn't want to stop, but you know how it goes. Well, I gotta say thank you for the watch. Thank you for hanging around. Thank you for watching the episode and reading this amazing series. And I hope to see you again.